Okay, Kahala Nimra, Yahaba, Shimi, Ashaba, Shinraha Kodash, and double honors to great Muslim apostles. Without the Yahshua, for giving the strength and will to make this video. And shalom to the Akim out there, going out there in the hours and bowers preaching. Wa, obviously for the new ones, Wa means and. Obviously sometimes the Asian Hebrew kicks in. But yeah, shalom to the Akim. And today's topic, demons will go out all out when the mark is set up. Because the things in that time, I don't know if Archeum may have experienced it. They probably did. During the it's pretty much a test before the exam. But during the time where Esau was releasing his juice between I think around 2020 or 2021. I think 2021 was when the juice actually came out, and then they started to inject people with it. The thing is, that was also a test for integrity as well, man. Because I don't know about other Akim, but you may have had a family member that might have had a demon on them, started to pressure you, say that you should take it, you have to take it, shouting at you, saying you have to take the juice. Things, obviously, all of that is just another spirit on them that's pressuring you to test your integrity, man, your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And the thing is, whatever you may have faced during this test, because this juice is pretty much a test before the exam, man. The test obviously being something to warm you up before the actual battle, which is the exam. Obviously if you see it in a educational sense or school sense. Well, the point being is, obviously, which is pretty much what gave me the idea of the videos, because of the fact that wherever Archie may have went through during the time of the juice, where Esau was locking down, and basically in the workplace, he may have been saying, your manager may have said, if you don't take the tests and whatnot, basically all these other conditions to then pressure you to either take the juice, rather. To take the juice or take the tests. And of course, obviously, that, as I kept repeating, that's a test of integrity. So obviously the thing is, whatever we face now, we face then during that time of the juice. Obviously it's still going on, because we've still got a new variant going on, and this is still the test going on. And the point is, after the test, when the real mark of the beast is then instituted and made it worldwide, global, that's when the true battle actually begins, or rather the true test of integrity, the true exam of integrity, rather, because of the fact that when the time comes, whatever demons may have hopped on other people, family, friends, to pressure you to take that thing, or to try and pressure you to take that thing, the thing is, that's going to be, we don't know how, it's going to be a lot of pressure in that time, man. That's really the point of it. And, let's just establish, the scripture of the mark of the beast. He causeth all. Because I'm just saying, you don't know the level of demon that may enter a family member in that day when the mark of the beast comes, man. Because there's going to be pressure left, right, center, top, bottom, everywhere. All angles is going to start pointing towards you. That pressure is just going to be there. So let me get Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 and to 18. So obviously, as the main scripture all brothers know, Revelation 13, chapter 13, verse 16. And it causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So obviously that mark, as I say, says causeth all. So the point is, Esau's going to put in conditions that will then result to people actually coming to take the chip, man. From famines that are going to start coming. Like people are it's going to come to the point, it will come to the point where, you're in the UK, you got the typical shopping centres, Tesco, Asda, Aldi, Lidl, all those shopping centres where people are quite reliant on, those who stay in the cities, people are gonna find out soon that there's not gonna be enough supplies, man. And Esau's gonna make sure those supplies run out in order to kick in Jacob's trouble. It's all for the prophecies to come out. And, little by little, man, as the scriptures say, though it tarry, you gotta wait for it. Though it may take some time, you have to be patient and wait for it, man. And the signs are already clear that these things are gonna start kicking off. Let me actually get that. The signs are clear, man. You got CBDC plans for 2023. You got plans to pretty much finalize the whole system by 2025 as well. And obviously you still got plans for the chip to be used as a better alternative to phones and and other devices, really, to access bank account. So the point really being is the signals are clear and the prophecies are coming out. So it says here in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. See, exactly, man. You see, the certainty is even said right there, man. It says, because it will surely come. So that reassurance is there, man, in the scriptures. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, so for a certain time. And of course, that vision pertaining to the prophecies as well, mentioned within the scriptures, a major one being the revelation that John wrote as well. The thing is that's part of the vision too. It's for an appointed time, and we're in those times as well, man. For those who can't really see that we're in those times, clearly they're not sensitive to the signals that are happening in society right now. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, so though it may take some time, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So it's gonna happen. That's basically what it means, man. And the certainty, as I said, is through the signals. That's how we know, man. And to know the signals, you have to have that knowledge, that fundamental knowledge from the scriptures of the prophecies to come. Mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble, and of course, other ones that the signs and the apparitions that people are gonna get when they start bugging out. There's so many. Well, we know the major ones. That's the point. So I'm just saying, going back to the top of the video, that whatever demons that we face now, they're probably going to be nothing compared to the demons that are going to hop in people when the mark of the beast comes out, because they're going to start playing with people's minds because of desperation. Some people, they can't function properly if they haven't eaten yet. So of course, if they can't function properly when they haven't eaten yet, they're going to start getting more aggressive. And that desperation, as I used to say as well, but I still say it, that desperation is still going to kick in, man. When people are desperate, you can't really tell what they're going to do, man. They're just going to go all out aggressive. Same as the demons, because they know this is a time where, this is the time where, especially moving to the time where that chip is going to be finalized. The thing is, in that time, demons are just going to be hopping on people, man. People are going to be falling out of the truth even more. People are going to get desperate. They're going to want to have food. People's faiths are going to be tested. Integrity is going to be tested too. And obviously, for those who don't really know what integrity means, integrity is referring to having strong moral principles. And obviously, we know those strong moral principles are based upon the scriptures, man. So those who have the understanding of the scriptures, that's where their strong moral principles are based upon. So that strong integrity is, as the scriptures say, let me actually get a precept. I think I got one based on that. Yeah, let me get 1 Corinthians 16 about faith. Might either be a part 1 or part 2 for this. We'll see. But yeah, let me get 1 Corinthians 16 verse 13. First Corinthians 16 verse 13. Because relating to strong moral principles, this is an example. It says, watch in 1 Corinthians chapter 16 verse 13, watch ye stand fast in the faith, quit you like men and be strong. So obviously we've got to raise ourselves up as men, man. As you know, Yahweh told Job, what was this? How does it go again? Gird up thy loins as a man. I think that's the way it goes. Gird up thy loins as a man, man. So that's referring to 1 Corinthians 16 verse 13, and the chapter in Job that refers to when Yahweh told Job to gird up thy loins as a man. Even though he was suffering, his afflictions, but we still got to gather ourselves up as a man and stay strong. So 1 Corinthians 16 verse 13, watch ye stand fast in the faith and quit ye like men, be strong. So the point being is that's also part of the strong moral principles that we're supposed to have, man. Should be as men. It says stand fast in the faith. So obviously you gotta be rooted and responsive as well, man, to know what's going on. When they mention that word diligent being careful and persistent effort, man. But it says stand fast in the faith. You've got to stand firm in the faith and be rooted, man. And of course, got to keep working, because this is not our rest anyways. For a place that's not our rest, it means that we shouldn't be relaxing as much, because we got work to do. That's the point. As a servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So it said, that's pretty much part of our strong moral principles, man. Because we know when as a test of strength as well, integrity, those demons are going to start playing with your mind in that time, man. Using all sorts of vessels just thrown at you, just to see how you're going to react. Or are you going to break down, or are you going to stand firm? As the scriptures say, 1 Corinthians 16 verse 13. It's really just a matter of what are you actually going to do in that day, man. Because that pressure's going to be there. Imagine, no food, no water, no shelter. Because we're going to be as pilgrims upon the earth anyways, when that mark of the beast comes. And within that time is that, can you endure the test of time, really? Not even test of time, but rather the test of time that beast system is going to last, man. And obviously for the elect it shall be shortened, as Yahweh Hashem Yahshua said. Let me try to get that. In fact, that even reminds me of another scripture, man, where it's like some motivational scripture where it says, he shall not fail nor be discouraged until the Lord is set upon the earth. Roughly paraphrasing it. Okay, let's see. They're gonna go all out, man. Demons gonna be running everywhere. Imagine the amount of pressure as well, man. And it's not for everyone to handle too. And pretty much the time that we're going through right now, as I said, with the juice and all, that's really a test, to prepare you for the real thing. When video games where you have like simulations to prepare you for a battle. That's the way this juice is for the real exam, which is going to be that mark of the beast, man. The MOTB. So, I don't know why it's not coming up. Sure, and then Alexei. Let me get the one that I remembered. Isaiah. There's what is it, man? 14. Wait. You shall not fail nor be discouraged. Is it 64? So okay, let me try it now. I think it's 64, man. You shall not fail nor be discouraged. Yeah. Ye shall not fail. Behold mine elect. Alright, wait, let me try that then. Can't. It was Isaiah 42. So it says here, oh yeah, let me actually get the preset, Isaiah 42. Yeah, Isaiah 42 verse 4. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 42 verse 4. He shall not fail, nor be discouraged till he have set judgment in the earth, and the hour shall wait for his law. So the point is that persistence is still going to be there, man. Until that law of Yahweh Hashem Yashai is instituted upon the earth, man. All nations going to follow it. We ain't going to fail. That's the point. Yahweh Hashem Yashai Ratazah will be part of the elect. As you always say, man. The hopeful elect, man. Yahweh Hashem Yashai Ratazah. Ratazah meaning his will. Or, yeah, it means the will. So Yahweh Hashem Yashai willing, that would be part of the elect as well, man. And we persevere on to the end. We endure to the end. So, again, Isaiah 42 verse 4, he shall not fail nor be discouraged till he have set judgment in the earth, and the hour shall wait for his law. So, the point being there, man, that he says he shall not fail nor be discouraged, man. That's the point. Standing the test of time as well, man. How long can you actually last for? So, going into the topic again, going back to the topic, demons will go all out when the mark of the beast comes. They're pretty much just doing the command of Yahweh Hashem Yashai ultimately, man. To test Akim, with whatever they may go through in that time, whether it be, moving from shelter to shelter, well, however it may be in that time of Jacob's trouble. And obviously it's not a case of obviously there'll be certain things to endure through, but Yahweh Hashem Yashai will also look after those who are regarded as righteous in the scriptures, man. He will look after his elect. So those that are his servants, he will look after them. Now, let me get Job 5. Job 5 verse 22. Wait. I can't. I'll read verse 19. Maybe not. In fact, yeah, 19 to. No, let me just read 19. Job 5 verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So of course, Yahweh Hashem Yashai is still going to protect us from certain dangers of the world, man. Okay, I'm going to have a calm spirit in that day, Yahweh Ratazah. Also, we have to endure through these things, but it will give us a spirit to be able to endure them too. So, in verse 20, Job chapter 5, verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword, man. So, of course, when Esau comes with his robots, with guns and, all this weaponry to start slaying people, it's going to be like the purge out here. Yahweh Hashem Yashai will protect us. And obviously, as I always say, Yahweh Hashem Yashai Ratazah will be worthy of that protection as well in that time, which is why we need to endure. Because we weren't given this truth for nothing as well, man. Yahweh Shai chose us for a reason. And of course, as I said, only those who endure to the end before we actually find out whether we're those men regarded as the elect or not. And that's just the truth. So in verse 21, Job 5 verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. So exactly as I said, okay, I'm going to have that calm spirit in the day, man. They're going to have that calm spirit, and we've got to build, and obviously what we're going through right now is supposed to build up that stoic mindset, of course, not reacting to things that don't need to be reacted to, and not getting emotional, rather, if we're going to simplify it. In fact, let me actually search up the definition quickly. Well, okay, I'm going to have that calm spirit, man, stable, which is what people are going to require in that time. They're just going to be looking for stability. That's when, you get into the prophecies of like seven women to one man, pertaining to Jacob's trouble. And you have the other ones where Well, pretty much, you're still going to be satisfied as well, because, before I get to Job, I actually search the definition of, where is it? Stoic. Yeah. So it says a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. So that's really the mindset that we're supposed to develop. So whatever pain that we're going through right now is really just to train us to have that stoic mindset, and also to train us for the actual exam, the real time, where the mark of the beast will be instituted. So going back to Job 5. Yeah, Job 5 verse 21. Yeah. Job 5 verse 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction that cometh. Exactly, man, because that's all that's going to be happening. Destruction, destruction, destruction. And the ultimate destruction being the nuclear missiles, man. Going into Joel 2, the arrows that Yahweh Hashem Yashai will send upon Babylon. And of course the major cities as well that support Babylon, or are in sync with Babylon. So, but obviously the major one being Babylon, America, Egypt. So, Job 5 verse 22, it says, at destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man. Because we know creatures made for vengeance, man. They're out there. And Yahweh Hashem Yashai is going to start reviewing them little by little by little. And of course, sending spirits of vengeance as well as creatures of vengeance as well. Those ones there. And also just normal animals that may just have spirits of vengeance on them too. Yahweh Hashem Yashai will protect us from that. So all these scriptures are really just faith boosting, to keep the faith and stay trust and stand fast, isn't it? As I think it was 1 Corinthians 16 verse 13 that's talking about stand fast in the faith and quit yourselves as men. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture, in fact. Yeah, quit yourselves as men, man. So that's pretty much the point, man. So whatever we went through during the juice season, like the peak of the juice season, which may not even be now, if we're being honest. Because, I mean, which may not have been 2021, because 2021 is really the time where it's like, okay, Esau was trying to put people, he was trying to juice up people, basically. And, it's just a test before the exam, as I said. And let me just get this quickly. And another thing as well. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 16:13. Watch ye stand fast in the faith, quit you like men and be strong. And Job 5 verse 19 to 22 is a faith booster to help him to stay strong, man. We've got to constantly read these scriptures to build up our spirits and our mindsets as well. No, I was going to read something. Even Leviticus, let me get. And Leviticus, and obviously, as we know, we still got to keep prayer as well before I get Leviticus. Matthew 26 verse 41, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So of course, demons are going to take advantage of the weak flesh, man. So which is why we've got to build up the spirit, so that the spirit overcomes the flesh, which is what we need to be focused on, building up the spirit. So Leviticus 19 verse 28 says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. You could also go to Leviticus, I think 21 verse 5. It says the same thing, not to make cuttings in your flesh, man. So the point is, when people take that chip, specifically Israelites, they're going to be making a cutting in their flesh, which is against the law anyways. So, they'll be doing themselves a done deal in a bad way twice. Because one thing, Revelations 13 verse 16 to 18 about the mark of the beast, don't take that. It even says the results of the mark of the beast in Revelation 16 about the pores. I think that's from one of the vials that the angels pull. Let me actually get Revelation 16 quickly. Revelation 16. Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, 16. 16. It has to be 16. Right. No, wait. Maybe I'm skipping too far. Come on, this is the one. Revelation 16 verse 2, man. It even tells you the result of the mark of the beast. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So it said, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So of course the point being is that noisome and grievous sore, I think noisome and grievous means it's gonna be, oh yeah, painful and smelly sore. That's basically what it means, man. You know, so basically there's gonna be those pores, those sores that are gonna come in the time when those who took the mark are gonna be, well, still, I guess, gliding by, because you know they're still gonna be there until the nuclear missiles pretty much wipes them out. So they're gonna be going through pain anyways, man. Just before the nuclear missiles. That's what's gonna happen to those who take the mark of the beast. So anyways, man, the point being is demons are gonna go all out, and of course, the juicing season, which obviously still hasn't ended yet. You know, you still got you got a new variant right now. You know, the juicing season was just a test and a preparation to warm us up for the actual mark of the beast, man. But yeah, I'll end it there. And Yara Tazar, that you all came edified as well. And double on Instagram, Muslim apostles as well. And shalom to the Akim as well. Okay.